Howdy guys, I'm F08, your favorite Wolf Girl enthusiast, here for Fire Emblem Universe's FEE3 2021 presentation. Today I have the distinct honor of playing Fire Emblem Call of the Armor. Now this is a very fascinating little hack, I believe. In essence, this game is based around the concept of the telephone game. Now, if you've never heard of the telephone game, understandable I guess, the telephone game is in essence a game where you take a simple phrase at the start. One person comes up with a simple phrase, and then you pass it along person by person, perhaps 15 to 20 people, pass it along person by person, until it reaches the final person. And at that point, the final person simply says whatever the message was, and you see how much it's shifted along the way, with like, no intermission, no corrections, you just see what happens. It usually starts off with a very simple phrase and becomes something totally outlandish. Now, as I said, 15, 20 people would ordinarily be involved in something like this, and in turn, this game has 14 creators that have worked on it to create a total of 20 chapters with, I believe, 3 guidance chapters. The game is currently complete. If you want to play it for yourself, it is available on Fire Emblem Universe. You can pick it up for yourself. It's a very cool concept. Now, to make sure that we've got everything in control here, I'm going to read off everyone who worked on this hack. We want we want to know exactly who to blame, in essence, I guess. I don't know. I'm just messing around. Anyway. This hack was worked on by Knight Morris, Random Wizard, Citrus, Rivian, Curids, Legend of Lug, Divisio, Mint X, Pandan, A Reliable Chair, Epicer, Mournful Relic, Warpath, and Mr. Green 3339. Many, I guess I would say well-known names have worked on this hack, and I'm very excited, very eager to get into it. Excuse the loss of audio as I move some things around and whatnot. Today I have been requested to play Chapter 4, Trial by Fire. This chapter was built by Epicer. As I said, this game was built around the telephone games, so prior to this there were, I would say, I don't quite recall if there's a prologue, but if there's a prologue, there's prologue, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and then this one. So the story really could be all over the place. The first person to create a, map or a chapter, they gave a simple premise for the story, and from there it just slowly evolved, and we're gonna see where that lies right about now. Apparently this game took about 4 months to build, with each chapter taking about 6 days to complete, which is pretty impressive. As for the story, there's really no direction as far as I'm aware. There's some proofreading or some such in order to keep it, moderately coherent, but otherwise, nothing of note. Let's get into that story, though. Princess, are we really doing this? Going into this infernal heck hole? You're asking that now after we hiked all the way up here? Once more couldn't hurt. I told you the moment I heard about this place back at that bar, I knew. I had to come here. The secrets of this armor, of the quiet words I can barely make out. Here's where I can find answers. With all due respect, Princess, that sounds like nonsense to me. You wouldn't understand. Oh, Excuse me, but we've just arrived. The shrine is just over there. Huh, we came all this way just for that dinky little setup? Well, here it is, Princess. Knock yourself out. Awesome. So this is the shrine of Sovenya, the armorer. I suppose I should pray. Oh, there's no need for that. What? This presence? Who are you? My identity? I don't think that's important. Yours, on the other hand, I'm very much curious about. That plate you wear, I didn't think I'd ever see it again. The one who wore it back then. But I've said too much. No, please continue, I must know. I see you're hungry for answers yourself. Well, come and see me in person. I'll open up the path for you and your comrades, if you can make it to me, and we'll see about your questions. Test then. I'll accept, but if this is some sort of trick, you will regret it. I'm shaking in my boots. Excellent. What in the... Princess, get back. We need to get out of here. No, Shale, look. The cave's not collapsing. A door has opened. What? You, guide, explain this. I do not know. Truly, my family has guarded this place for centuries, but I've never heard of this passage. It's a test, and we're going to pass it. I promise I'll explain everything later. I'm going to hold you to that, Princess. Awesome. Alright, so I'm under the impression that I'm free to use whoever I want in this chapter of the, looks like 12-ish units that we have here in our squad. Let's have a quick look at the map. I really enjoyed the flame effect at the bottom of the screen. Let's see. Okay, so we're split up a little bit. Very cool. Looks like we'll be getting through this chapter without too much difficulty so far anyway. Well, I guess we'll see. I don't actually know what my unit stats are like at all. The one who challenged Kujiya at Sovin's shrine. Wonder who that is. Let's see. Hop on guard, Killer Lance. Very cool. Very nice. Let's have a look at the units that we've got in our grasp. We've got Kujiya, the rogue princess of East Kotor, a brooding woman with a dark side. Comes with a flux and a vortex, effective against armor and cavalry PRF. Very cool. Essentially a rapier. She can also use staves, that's great. I'm very much reminded of Titus from what is it called again? Panda's Hack, Vision Quest. Yeah, it shouldn't have taken me that long. Very much reminded of him. I'm probably going to use the same animations. Let's see, here's Shale, Kujia's sworn guardian, a battle veteran who loves meat and hates reading. Honestly, that's completely understandable. Comes with an iron bow, long bow, and iron axe. Very cool. I'm pretty interested. Fernandez, of course, Trek with a big mustache, a skittish armor knight who really enjoys soup. Great choice. Can we see growths? Awesome. I forgot to check the other one's growths then. Let's see. Magic speed. Okay, it looks to me like they're relatively low growths. You're not going to be expecting much growth in terms of your units. You'll probably get like 2-3 stats per level. Really nothing to complain about. I like a tight balance attack like that. Of course, his growths are going to be virtually nothing. He's the Jagan, of course. Ice Affinity, Dark Affinity. Of course, I don't think I'm really going to be able to build supports or anything. Not with just one chapter to play, of course. Let's see. Here's Floor. Yeah, that's Floor. A young village girl with a chip on her shoulder. Looks like Honeydew, of course. I like Floor. Floor is a good girl. Floor has a really nice name. Yes, the floor here is made out of floor. A rookie knight from East KOTOR, a rabble-rouser who loves mischief. I like Noki. She's got a nice portrait, too. Talk with Shale. She's got +2 con. Okay. Let's see. I guess that's a body ring. I guess that puts her... Yeah, that makes sense. She's also got +5 to all. I wonder if that means that she had the, Metis' Tome equivalent used on her, which I'm fine with. Like, she's got the growths for it. The 5s and all boosts her up to, like, 40 strength, 60 speed. This seems like a really robust unit. 40 res, wow, 20 defense, yeah. That's pretty solid. I guess she is, like, the growth unit, going off her base stats, she's very much like Vanessa, if I had to pinpoint it exactly. Sure, I don't know precisely if that's correct. A villager from East KOTOR, likes duck breeding and foreign foods. Kind of awesome, kind of based, I would say. 40 strength, 45 speed. Wow. Kind of an impressive armor knight, to be honest. I'm kind of getting, like, flashbacks to, Iron Emblem with him. Daisy, a rapscallion with a heart of gold, determined to prove herself. Very cool, she's a recruit. Looks like her growth rates are among the better, honestly. You could see her being, impressive on the long term, but obviously she won't be able to, exactly, promote here. Custom harpoon designed to be thrown. Awesome. Does everyone have a PRF? I don't think so. Just those two. Here's Philip. An opportunistic pirate, good at swimming. Yeah, I guess you'd have to be, wouldn't you? 30 strength, 60 speed, 40 skill. Middling, well, I guess I would say middling for this hack defenses. Perhaps more on the lower side in terms of res. Pretty cool. Pirate. I hope he has the new pirate animations. William, a portly thief, not very good at swimming. Awesome. He uses, wow. He has 20 con. Wow. You know what? Based. Pretty cool. He's thick, he's meaty, he's chunky. And, he's never getting weighed down by anything in his entire life. Here's, Ichiku, I hope I said that correctly. Caretaker of Sylvania's shrine. Likes to whistle. Alright, he's a standard healer, I would assume. Yeah, looks about like it. He's very, very average with a 45% speed growth. Kind of cool, actually, that he has 30 across the board. Here's Youngblood, a villager from East KOTOR, likes fishing and boasting. Awesome. Seems very much the other fighter bro is he superior to him? I can't really tell. Huh. He's got more strength in exchange for less speed. I mean, can't really go wrong with it. Here's Killian. Why does he look like Kaiba? A retired W. Kotorian swordsman who's sustained near crippling injuries. So I guess he's the other Jagan. I'm very eager to use him. Let's see. Who should I drop? I have a feeling for this chapter I won't need both healers, but then again, we have two sides here that we'll need managing. I guess I'll just go ahead and bring both healers. I'll bring... I mean, I would bring Daisy. I probably should bring Daisy. She's kind of adorable. I really like Noki, too. I mean, Fernandez is cool, but we already have two other... I mean, he's got a really nice mustache, though. Like, really nice. Like, you can tell he makes money with that thing. Money is important, after all. Let's see. I don't know who I want to bring, actually. Well, I mean, is there a chest or anything? Because if not, I can safely drop William. As cool as he is. There might be stealables that I would miss otherwise. I guess I can run through them really quickly and see. There is the goddess icon, which, truth be told, I'm not too caught up on at this moment in time. Definitely a reason to bring him, but I think I'll drop him. It's pretty cool, but I will have Killian. I like Youngblood too, but I'm going to end up bringing the other fighter bro. Actually, they have a support already. Maybe I should just bring them both. I don't know, I really like Philip. Philip has something about him, you know? Something about that, like, extremely square jaw. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Philip, regardless of, whatever the case may be. Alright, let's see what happens. I gotta bring, let's see, do I have an iron axe? Yeah, I have plenty of weapons. Ooh, great arc. Submergent's bow, luck +5, awesome. I think I know that reference. Here's a chest key as well, and a lockpick. Let's see, I'll grab the iron blade for the Jagan Swordmaster. The Kaiba. We'll do... Wait, Kaiba, yeah, that's correct. I guess I'll just give him one more axe and we'll be good to go. He doesn't even need it, really. Seems like everyone's basically outfitted. Alright, we'll get to it then. Let's see, I'll have... How do I want this exactly? I think the swordies... I'll have one swordie on this side, one on the other. Actually, I only have the one, so maybe I should bring the thief dude. Can't move her, that makes sense. I'll have Shale... Well, I mean, I guess Floor being on this side is cool. I guess I'll have one axe user on this side and then one on the other side. In theory, I could just transport everyone over to one side with the Pegasus Knight, but I feel like that's, well, I mean, it may not be too cheese. It's a little bit cheese, but it would take a long time, so it's probably not worth it anyway. I guess I could work on it over time with, like, this section right here, assuming that I can fly over this like an FE6. We'll have Floor do that. We'll have, Daisy. There are more sword users on that side, I think. Are there? There are more archers on that side. I guess I'll have Daisy on that side as opposed to the flyer. Because the archers are a little bit scarier. I think that's basically good. We have 3 axe users, actually. Maybe I should just drop the pirate in exchange for William. I mean, I really like how square his jaw is. I'm gonna go with that one. I haven't really touched on it, but the map actually looks really good too. Like the aesthetic is really nice. We'll go like this. I'll have maybe I could have both of the Jagans on one side. I don't really know. Would the Swordmaster be better on this side? I think that the Axe User would be better on this side. Maybe I could just have both Jagans on that side. I think that would be kind of good, actually. Because him having access to bows is kind of big. Fernandez, yeah, I think that works. The 2 Jagans, the 2 EXP Thieves, the one in need of experience who's probably not getting any. Fernandez, of course. And then the healer. I think I'm good with this. Alright, let's get into it. Very much looking forward to it. Let's see how this game is. I have had this one recommended to me, so I was actually really eager to try it. Like, it's a funny coincidence. I was about to play it on my channel, and then I found out I was going to play it for this, so I guess there's that. So you do have the resolve to face me. I knew you would. Now, prove you have the strength to hold back that resolve. Awesome. Ooh, that is a really good song. Great flames. Ha, kind of like the background here. Alright, let's see what Floor can do. I also want to make sure animations are on, because I just want to see. I'll turn off the healers after a certain point, or the healer after a certain point. But we do want to see his healing at least once before we cut that off. Alright, Floor. Not very good so far. Ooh, that is a cool palette. Kind of an FE7 kind of vibe to it, just because of how washed out it is, but that's part of the Phantom vibe, understandably. Looks like Shord. I'm hoping that's correct. Shord is kind of a good compliment to Floor. I wonder if they have a support. I probably should have checked that prior to opening everything. Of course, if you want to play this game for yourself and see those supports in action, you're perfectly free to. Game is, as far as I'm aware, completed at this moment in time. Let's see. So let's say that I throw her down here. Does she get doubled? I guess we'll find out. 11 speed, 6 speed. So she will get doubled. 12 defense though. 3 damage times 2. Really not that bad. Noki could go here, kind of just stand there, and then Kujiya could go here. I guess she can heal, sure. Might as well keep people topped off. Whoosh. Excellent. And then Philip. Maybe Philip would have been better on the other side, it's hard to say. We'll be approaching... Actually, he definitely would have been better on the other side because of these armor knights. Dang. Oh well. I guess that's part of it. Let's see, I guess I could kill this one with him. They have a talk conversation, she does, with him. Well, the biggest thing to me is killing the mage. If I can do that, I'll be quite happy. 5 movement armor knight, that is a good call. I'm really glad to see that. Honestly, I think that they should... I mean, I think there should be more of those. Alright, let's try to shoot him. If we don't kill the mage, it's really not that big of a deal. I just want to. Because he's blocked in now, especially if I just use the other Jagan to stand here, and then I can, pretty freely just do as I please. This doesn't necessarily have to hit, but I really want it to. That's good. Awesome. Let's see. So, one thing that I was supposed to touch upon is that there are, hold on, let me make sure she's okay first before I speak on that. Is she okay? She's fine. She'll even get to throw her harpoon. We can ignore this one for at least a minute or two. But yeah, one thing I was supposed to touch upon is that throughout this game, there are 3 character selection interludes where you can choose 2 of 5 units for your army. So I guess that means that there are like multiple paths and multiple, like, there's replayability and whatnot. Okay, hopefully talk doesn't end my turn. These enemies, these folks sure do seem odd. You know something about these people, Mr. Killian? They're not people. Mr. Killian, that's kind of rude. I know we're fighting them and all, but ain't that a little much? Do not let me finish. These used to be people, but now they are simply apparitions, ghosts, to use a common term. Wait, really? I guess we are dealing with something big then, if they're resurrecting people. Wait, if they can revive people, maybe. Do not even consider it. To call these things alive is to mock what it is to live. They are wretched abominations, a fate none should wish upon, even their enemies. Oh, okay. Now, back to the battle at hand. Right. Dang. Alright, well, that's understandable. We'll attempt to get the kill on Daisy here. I think that the soldier's going to attack the priest, like, almost certainly. Kinda cool. Let's see. Yeah, you can, like, honestly, despite, well, I guess I shouldn't say despite, there was obviously, as I mentioned earlier, this game took about 4 months to build, but the reason I was going to say despite is because ordinarily hacks take a long time, but there's a lot of polish for a 4-month hack here. I'm really impressed by it so far. There's clear effort put into the portraits, even if some of them are, like, splices and stuff. It's really, like, they're spliced to the point where you can hardly tell they're splices. Some of them are fully custom, of course. Seems really well designed. Like, the music, the backgrounds. I've seen the background before. It's really cool. Honestly, just well done. For a 4-month hack with 12 people that worked on it, like, that takes some communication skills, that takes some know-how, you know. Despite how I've been memeing a little bit, it's very much, I'm impressed. It's always impressive to see new hacks made, and this one, it takes a concept that isn't ordinarily discussed and sort of expands on it in a pretty fantastic way. Let's spice things up a little bit, shall we? Let's see. Oh, okay, Phantoms. Awesome. Do they still have 1 HP? I sure hope so. Awesome. Devil Axe. Good chance they just die. Okay, Sword Reaver. Very good. Very much a fan of the 1 HP Phantoms on the enemy side. Better than when they're, you know, made and then not 1 HP. I find that to be a trope that isn't exactly great. Phantoms with 1 HP is just a really fun concept to have to fight against, because ordinarily we put that up against the enemies in FE8 and in other games that give summoners. Getting to play against that is part of the fun too. Especially with this Devil Axe one, that's going to be really funny. Like, imagine if he does hit me and then he Devil Axe backfires. Like, if he doesn't, he's going to kill me, but I think it's pretty funny. Devil Axe is a magnificent weapon. I really hope that at some point we get one in this hack. Of course, won't be this episode, almost certainly. But if we get one, best believe I'm using it. Alrighty. Good job, Killian. I guess we'll attempt to sort of back off a little bit. I need to keep her safe, ultimately, because obviously Daisy's not going to fare well against either of these guys. I'd say she gets doubled. Oh, it's only 2 range. Huh, okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, she certainly gets doubled there. So if that's going to be the case, I'll back off and probably shoot. I'll shoot him once with Shale, and then I'll trade him over to an axe and back off. I definitely should have had the hammer on this side. I didn't think that much through. It would have been mega handy, that's for sure. Fernando's doing some good work. He's even got Trek's color palette, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Strength, please. Awesome. Strength and defense. That's all you ever need. Very beautiful. Okay. Did I swap him over to an axe? I didn't. Well, I can use Daisy for that. Given an axe probably isn't his best choice, given sword dude attacking, but better to attack back than not attack back in this instance. If he were in risk of danger from weapon triangle or something, I would have left the bow on him. Let's see. So, she'll fall under attack, but that's okay. She won't need more anyway. Let's see. Is this is the pillar. Okay. Well, I can honestly just go here. She's so tanky that it's really not a concern. Whoosh. What have you got? Steel Lance, understandable. At least I do have the hammer on this side, I guess. Gonna make it moderately easy to get through that guy. Alright, let's see what happens. Very well designed so far. I'm very much a fan of, when... Okay, it's not the new pirate animation, but that's fine. I'm very much a fan of when maps, or when games sort of have this map design that sort of forces your army to split. Because ordinarily, like, if I really wanted to go to that effort, I didn't have to split my army here. But I find it very much entertaining when you are forced to split your army. Sort of have two almost Delta squads of your own, cutting through all of the enemies and whatnot. Alright, cool. So that guy is going to become mega dead. Extremely, undeniably, beyond any shadow of reason, dead. And, I guess we'll just stand there with the Vortex Tome and then put the pirate with the, hammer right up next to her. That should take care of that without much issue. We can use floor to kill this guy. We can, wipe the floor with him. Got him. I really do like floor. I'm a big fan of archers in general. Very, like, even if they're not good, I just like to use them a lot. I was also a very big fan of Honeydew, as I think we all were, playing through Vision Quest. Let's see. Perfect. Excellent. Very well done. Completely and utterly intended, I promise. Okay, we'll throw down Sword Reaver. I mean, I guess we could stand in his range with her. Nah, not really. I'll stay to the back a little bit with her. I think she will take care of the Sword Reaver without issue, though. Go ahead and throw Tam's Harpoon and hope for a crits. Dang. Alright. Well, we'll just kill with Fernandez then. Or, is that his name? Fernandez? Pretty sure it is. That's an impossible name to forget, after all. Let's see. So I guess when it comes to these Armor Knights, I hope that they move since I don't have the hammer. I have a feeling that they might not, since it's, you know, a wall. But if that's the case, I can probably just shoot at them and stuff. I guess we'll see how that goes. Was that a support? I might have missed that if it was. Okay. And, yeah, because otherwise I don't really have an answer for them. I just kind of have the guy. Which, to be fair, they don't have 2 range, so he kind of is the answer by default, but either way. Let's see. Okay, the Phantom is going to move past him. I'll be able to shoot him with ease, and then also not quite bait out the Archer, but get decently close. 90 damage crit, very cool to see. Very nice. I'm always impressed by Fire Emblem hacks, but this one in particular does give me some very strong vibes. It's always interesting. Ooh, silver, okay. Okay, I think that we'll be more than fine to just go up and bop this guy. Yeah, especially if that hits. I mean, if it doesn't, I think she's still fine. She's very, very tanky. Can't really underestimate or understate her tankiness in any particular way. This one should die, and if it doesn't, then it will die subsequently to the floor. Nice crit there. Okay, so that works for me. I think that we don't have a Sword Reaver, so I'll sort of stay to the back and vulnerary it up. I could honestly just go up a little bit and throw down the Light Rune, like, right here with him. And that sort of forces him to attack her, which might be better than him attacking Noki. Has a talk with Shale that I'll probably get when I'm on that side. 15 damage, minus 4, well, minus 5 because weapon triangle, 10 damage. I could do that. It might be the play. I'll do it. It's worth a shot. Do a little bit of maneuvering and whatnot. There we go. And then Floor can move up too. Okay, so this one has a Devil Axe, and I'm pretty tempted to let him hit me once, but he will kill me if I do. The Archer will not be able to exactly attack me, but that's fine. I can place him here so that he can attack me. Honestly, I'll shoot with the longbow, and then I'll swap over to the iron bow with, probably Tammy. I think her name's Tammy, the, recruit. Let's see. Daisy, right. I'm not sure. Oh, Tam, that's why. Okay, so that's... I wasn't completely incorrect, just completely and utterly incorrect. Okay, we'll heal up. Right, and I'll turn off his animations following this one too. Standard priest animations, never know. Let's see, so we should be able to get through the Armor Knights with relative ease. Makes crushing rocks seem such a breeze. Kujiya may move slow. She can't jump high. But she is one heck of a guy. Well, not quite. Okay, right, that makes perfect sense. He could move to there. Luckily, Killian is really nailing it with the dodges. Okay, so I should be able to kind of just waltz up and attack. Surely you won't be doing too much to me. Okay, cool. I'll use Flux for now. Kill him. I don't really have a sword user on hand, necessarily, so I guess what I'll do is I'll kill with Noki and then rescue her back and let the axe people sort of just stand there on guard. That light rune really did come in handy. Creates a lot of space for me. I think that's D rank, right? Yeah, that's D rank, cool. Right, so we'll just, which one do I want to stand up here? I guess it'll just be him. It makes the most sense to me. Okay, and then we'll move such that she can be attacked. Actually, we won't do that. I'll just move her here. Looks good to me. Let's see. I doubt you'll die to this guy. Well, you're not really doing well either. Okay, cool. Very nice. Iron Blade on Killian is a pretty good choice, it seems. Him being able to kill stuff. Very suited to his name. I think that I'll throw down Fernandez and let him do that. That seems to make the most sense, unless she can do it. Nah, she can't. Alright, well, I'll throw him down here. Okay, well, I mean, we just get through these guys, then. Awesome. Good job, Fernandez. You like to see a knight who can double on occasion. Of course, this is a Steel Lance, and it is an enemy, anyway. I don't know, maybe his speed's better than I give him credit for. We'll have to take another look. 6 speed in exchange for their 2. Awesome. Interesting. Sword Slayer. That, will not immediately be an issue. And in fact, it will not be an issue at all. Right? It shouldn't do, like, 17 damage to him. And then the other guy, like, honestly, I don't even have to let that guy live. Like, at all. Not even remotely. I could actually bait out everything with him. And that would actually be kind of cool. Longbow, was that 5 range or something? 3 range, cool. Well, in that case, what do you have? Okay, I mean, honestly, I could just longbow him and then bait out the archer all the same. Go ahead and heal him up just in case, you never know. Probably ill-advised on the long term to use your Jagens to such capacity, but I very much enjoy them. Also, oh yeah, his animation wasn't on for a reason. That's because Phantoms don't have animations by default. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if we'll double. I hope we do. Come on. Oh well. That should be a kill for Floor. Let's see. I didn't bait out the other, what's it called? I didn't bait out the other guy either. The, mage. But I can do that with Kujiya next turn. Very, very fun so far. The map design has a nice flow to it. Kind of, keeps you engaged the entire time, regardless of how you sort of wanted to go about it. Because I took an entire extra turn down there at the bottom where it wasn't exactly necessary had I played better. And the map is still flowing very well. Even Phantoms from the back to keep you pushing. Devil Axe, that's also probably somewhat of a, incentive to not be doing the Pegasus Knight strat. Let's see. Very strong elements of map design, very strong placements of enemies, very well done. I'm impressed. Very much worthwhile to play for yourself if you haven't already. Let's see, I can't quite reach with anyone but Surge, or Shurd. I'm so sorry for butchering that name. I have such difficulty with names. Let's see, I don't have a 2-range option with her. I guess what I could do is trade over the hatchet so that he has a better hit chance. And then if it misses, if it like really gets that bad, yeah, I can just use her. I don't have to commit to anything. Let's see, so that guy has already moved out. I guess how I'll do this is I'll run around this way with, Shale. I could, honestly, I'll just let Fernandez handle that. I'll run around this way with him. Body up on some people. You move. That would be kind of bad if you did. Let's see, so I want to stay out of your range since it's going to go that other way. I'll stand here. Don't need a longbow, I'll just keep the iron bow equipped. I should double this guy, because Steel Axe is heavy. Yeah, enemies by default have 11 con, and then it's 15 weight. or enemy axe fighters have 11 con by default. Means that they get weighed down by hand axe by 1 point. Very strong GBA map design, or game design by default. Okay, 20 damage might be a little bit much. 13, I will be fine. Will we double? The answer is probably yes. The answer is no, because he'll be at 3 speed. The answer is yes, because we'll be at 8 speed. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Fernandez... Yeah, Fernandez will have this unlock. Ichiku. What a name. Pretty cool name. Wonder if it's based on anything. I mean, it most certainly is based. But on what? Do we want to use Vortex? Probably not. She's got enough HP that she's fine to just stand here. And then soon enough we'll have another Pegasus Knight kill, I'm sure. These guys can kind of just stand here. I'll move Killian up a little bit. I don't really trust Daisy necessarily to get a kill, even though that one dude will be on 3 HP. Very much a fan of the Warrior Jagan too. I feel like it is seen moderately often, but it's rarely, I would say... Would I say it's rarely well done? I don't know that I would. A lot of the time it really is balanced in a way that, like, makes sense. This one in particular feels nice to use. Oh, okay, yeah, we did double. For some reason I forgot that. This one feels nice. He doesn't double soldiers and leaves them very low. I feel like, yeah, it just kind of makes sense to have, like, low speed as a Warrior Jagan. I don't know. It's a nice game feel. That's about all I have to say on it. Meanwhile, Kujiya, very much a fan of the animation. She extends her hand, and instead of kindness, it's death. Alright, we'll throw down Noki. I think that we should be able to get through the boss with some difficulty. I think that we might have been able to steal his hop-on guard with the Thief. I'm not perfectly sure on that. But considering he only has 8 speed, I have a feeling that we would have been able to. Especially if we gave the Thief some level ups. Yeah. I think that it wouldn't have really done anything for us unless we'd built supports prior to all of this. Not perfectly sure how supports work in this hack. I'm under the impression that if they do exist, which they do between a couple of characters, under the impression that if they do exist, it's probably just the default system, which I would hope. I'm very much a fan of the default system, where you can kind of grind them up at your own pace, do it as you please. Whether you want to grind them or whether you want to build them, it's up to you. My only hope would be that they are increased to building within 3 tiles of each other instead of just side by side. But if it does go chapter by chapter, that's fine too. I'm not really a fan of that one, but I think it makes for good balance at times. I think we can kill this one with her. I don't know if it'll give experience. Phantoms have this weird thing where they don't really give experience, so... Yeah, that makes sense. Short spear, we don't really want to approach the killer thing either. Honestly. Yeah, I think we can just let him shoot once, and then shoot again on the enemy phase. You're not the one I intended to test, but a knight is only as good as their allies in arms. Very well. Very nice. Alrighty, well he will heal up a little bit from his 2 HP upon the enemy phase coming up. And then we'll kill with the main character, I suppose. Or at least we'll try to. If not, then Fernandez gets it because Fernandez is a champ. Or maybe Floor gets it if I rescue drop her ahead enough. I think I should be able to do something of that sort. Let's see. Take, and then take and drop. I doubt that Floor will have the damage output for it, and we'll also get that talk conversation really quickly. Let's see. Tomahawk and Hammer. Okay. I like the varied equipments. It's very interesting. Alrighty. He'll be at like 18? 17. Cool. Yeah, that was a fun chapter. I'm very happy with how that went. Very eager to play the rest of the game. I most certainly will. It's a really cool concept. The idea of like taking the, obviously the telephone game and expanding on that in the realm of like a Fire Emblem hack. It's most certainly a concept, and I think it's been very well done so far. I will show you the next chapter as well. We should get some manner of something. Ooh, nice. Good level up. Some manner of something that's worth highlighting, as according to the notes and whatnot. Awesome, Floor does get the kill. Now, I do want to get this conversation really quickly, though. By the angels, it is scorching in here. You're telling me. I've been told that I like to raise heck, but I've got nothing on this heat. Can't you just fly someone over these pits and end this? I'd like to give the princess a piece of my mind if I could just get out of this darn cave. Heck no, do you see how exposed the lava is? I fly over those, the only thing that happens is roast Pegasus. Roast. Yeah, 'cause he likes meat. Oh, for goodness sake. That was a beautiful conversation. I like that a lot. Alrighty, let's get it, Floor. Please hit this. Awesome. I'm glad to not see the flashy crits animation patch. Haha, wonderful. I, Sovenia, the armorer of the Four Lights, acknowledge you. Awesome. I probably could have gotten the boss conversation too. Maybe I'll run it back just to see the boss conversation. Let's have a look and see what it's like. I'm still gonna give the kill to Floor. Well, I've reached you. Care to answer my questions then? Oh, we're not quite done yet. I haven't tested you personally. Figured it'd come to this. Alright, let's go. Just kidding. Only Floor. Floor is best girl, after all. We are fans of Floor in this house. Floor is very nice. Anyway, let's see what the end of the story is like, and we'll check out the start of the next chapter before we call it. This has been a very fun one. Let's see what she gets. Understandable. I would have liked some power, but I'm not going to complain about speed. Of course, you know, not like I'm keeping this save anyhow. Hoplon Guard. Very cool. I'm glad that we get that early. Hoplon Guard is like a very underutilized, or I don't know if I'd say underutilized even. It's very fun. I think it's very nice to have a Hoplon Guard early. It doesn't really take away from the gameplay in any particular way to have one. It just gives you an extra option, especially if stuff like, you know, I don't know, you'll see maybe weapons with more crit rate on them and stuff. Like, I know that there was Sword Slayer. Sword Slayer has 5 by default. Maybe more weapons with a little bit more crit rate in order to, like, bump up the usefulness of it, while also not mitigating the fact that it probably negates all killing weapons that you put forward. I don't know. It's something. I yield. That was an excellent display. Now ask away. Alright then, first question. Are you Sovenia, truly? That is I, yes. Although, as you can see, I am not the invincible smith of legend. Disappointed? I was never particularly faithful, but that was somewhat anticlimactic for fighting a god. My apologies. But if you are the armorer, then you should be able to answer this. What is this armor? What is whispering to me? I have no idea. I thought I told you that if this was a trick, I'd make you regret it. It is the truth. I mean, how are you going to make a ghost regret it? You've already beaten him into the ground. I was not the one that forged that armor. It is older even than I. I was acquainted with a person who wore it long ago, and I asked him who forged such a magnificent piece, but he would never speak of it. It was quite vexing. Who wore it? His name was Pharaoh. Sphero, as in Sphero the Evil's Bane. Is that really what you people call him nowadays? But yes, him. Sure, why not? I'm wearing a legendary hero's armor and speaking with a god. Yeah, life sure is interesting, isn't it? Then you have nothing useful for me. This was all a waste of time. I guess I could never invite a guest and let them leave empty-handed. I have a few gifts. Here, take this. What is this? A mark of my favor. It'll grant you power. You might not be ready to use it, though. Also, I'll be coming with you. Oh, wow. Is it so surprising? I've been cooped up in here long enough. Some fresh air would do me some good. No, I just didn't think that a god could leave their domain on a whim. And who exactly gets to tell me what to do? Fair enough. Well, we'll be going then. Pack up. Whatever it is you need. Well, actually, there's someone else you ought to meet. Oh, well, I'll... Princess? Be with you in a moment, armorer. Oh. That shadow in her gaze is the same. Sphero. I promise this time I... Oh, interesting. Armorer's proof. Is that going to be her promotion item? Most likely. I guess I'll just save over this one. Oh, Interlude 1. Well, let's take that back then and save over the Interlude. Let's see what happens. Alrighty. Interlude 1. Yeah, we'll check out the beginning of this chapter, as, like, this is where it's, sort of, like, explained that I should touch upon it. There are going to be 3 of these character selection interludes that, where you can choose 2 units of your... Wait. Where you can choose 2 of 5 units for your army. Okay. So, like, I would assume we're going to get to select 2 units to come with us. Oh, also I forgot to read the text there. Chill. Don't get me wrong, Princess, I believe you. The things we've seen definitely lend credence to something so outlandish. Alright then. Done yet? Yes, so who's it that you wish for us to meet? Several people, actually. You noticed that the warriors you fought a moment ago were not alive, yes? They certainly had an inhuman air to them. Necromancy, or magic in general, isn't a gift of mine, but I did have this set up by a friend long ago. The calling spell is still active, although it won't last much longer. I could let it fizzle out, but it has enough juice to permanently bring back exactly 2 of the spirits that I was able to catch. Then who are all these? I see several. I thought you might like to pick who to accompany. Okay, so that's essentially what we're getting into. Pick a person to return to life. Don't think about it too hard, especially since some of them aren't even aware that they passed away in the first place. Probably shouldn't mention that to them either. Well, the snake over there isn't a spirit, but knowing her, she'll refuse to come alongside more than one resurrected person. Ruins the impact of death on the narrative, or some such nonsense. Shale, does this sound like a good idea? I suppose we could use all the fighters we can get. I'll try and advise you, Princess. Awesome. Nice, that is a very good song. Slovenia, I think that's from Golden Sun. Okay, so we get to recruit up to 5 of these units, or up to 2 of these 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I guess we get him by default. Let's see. Excuse me. Luan, an ancient writer who has not left their cave for several centuries. Secretly enjoys poorly written fiction. That's fair. Comes with a flux and stone spell. A-rank magic as a Gorgon. Moderately good stats. She is pre-promoted as a result of all this. Here's Gerhardt, a young spirit who fell in battle. Yearns for greatness. Okay, so he's... Oh, Hurlbat. Gerhardt's trusty throwing axe. Okay. So the... What are they called? Recruit types, or the trainee types, have their own 2 range exclusive weapons. Pretty cool way of managing that. Here's Kim, a cavalier. Farmhand turned courier. Gruff and concerned with safety. Some very strong equipment there. E-rank swords. Really high defense. We don't get to look at their growth rates, but that's more than fine. I would assume that the base stats sort of speak to the growth rates to some capacity. Very tanky. Comes with a light runic killer lance. Pretty solid overall. Here's Giro, I think. Clumsy and reckless. An awful combination for a soldier. Comes with the killer lance, yeah. I like him. I'm going to choose him. And here's Vektar. A student of the blade in his youth, he never mastered the art. He's an old man. Myrmidon. Vektar's precious old blade with 80 crits. Wow. And 20 skill. So that's like 10 by default. He has 90 crit just standing there. And he comes with, okay, it's Ice Affinity, so it would take like the full measure of his supports to get him to guaranteed crit rate. That's hilarious, though. I would have to assume his growth rates are like non-existent, though. Let's see. I'm pretty interested. Well, I'm already certain that I want to choose him. I want him. Oh. Let's see. Do I have to talk to him as well? Did you need something? Oh. Wait, did I skip something? Do you need something? I was just curious. You really don't have a divine heir. Not that I know what that would be like, but as you saw, there really is nothing special about me besides how long I've lived. Not gonna tell you how that happened, by the way. Everyone running around with eternal youth would be a disaster. I couldn't say I'd want to live that long anyway. You've better judgment than most, then. Awesome. Very nice. Oh, okay, we can just move. That is very good. We will speak to each of them. I'm pretty sure I don't want the trainee unit as of right now. But we'll see. Slovenia said you need more fighters. Look no further than me. I'm inhabiting this young man's body, so my full strength may not be readily apparent. But with more training, my power will become clear. What do you say? Shall we become comrades? Should I pick Gerhardt? Nope. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. Don't pick him. So that's how it is. Fine then. If you can't see my worth, then there's nothing more to say. Yeah, understandable. He's pretty cool. I guess it would be sort of implied that trainees have good growth rates, just looking at the other one. He would sort of be in an odd spot. I would have to imagine there's probably not branching promotions just for the ease of it. So he would go into fighter, I would say, and probably like outclass your other 2 fighters at a certain point, but we've already got 2 of them plus a warrior, so I'm not really too concerned. Need someone to go places for you fast and take hits? Look no further. Cavalier, we could certainly use one of those. Wait, is the horse a spirit too? Best not to think about that, Princess. I don't want to pick Kim, no. Alright, be safe. Understandable. I think Kim would be a pretty stellar choice overall. We'll talk to the old man. I think he's like the mega meme pick. He has a rope, and that's hilarious. Why is this man facing away from us, Shale? Shale? Yes? Well then. He's holding a sword. I suppose that's his weapon of choice. Can't say much else. Should I pick Vektar? Nope. I wonder if they were like allies back in the day. Maybe that's the thing. Looking for soldiers? I'm a soldier. Got the spear and all. What do you say? Isn't Slovenia a lance user as well? Yes, but this soldier certainly seems to be a better fighter, from what I can tell by looking at him. Might be a good choice then. Should I pick Guro? Yes. I want him. Alright, boss, look, I can't guarantee any success, though. Understandable. I think I'll probably choose the Gorgon as well. Not often that you get to mess around with, you know, those sorts of units. Do I smell the birth of a story in the making? Let me see how your tale ends. Will it be like any other boring band, or something more exciting? I'm sorry, but what exactly are you? A Gorgon, dear. We use dark magic, although I'm a rider by trade. Shale? I'm as baffled as you, Princess, but I suppose a proper magic user would be a good addition to our group. True. I think that she's probably... if I had to rank them in order of like how good or how useful they actually are, the Cavalier kind of wins hands down, coming with a light rune, a killer lance, and like, generally speaking, just good stats. The Fighter, I'm not perfectly sure. I'd have to see his growth rates to sort of understand where he sits with regard to the other ones. I could see the merit. The old man's kind of funny. I doubt that he is good at all. I don't know, maybe she is the second best. Well, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Because as they said, we will have another soldier with the new guy, and then we'll have the trainee girl with lances. I don't know. Either way. Excuse me. This will surely be a tale to tell, so Venya can't have all the fun. I see you've made your choice. Let us be off then. Right. Awesome. Very well done. I'm very interested in this hack, and I hope that you are too. Thank you for joining me for this one. This has been a very, very fun hack. As I said before, this hack is complete, so if you want to play it for yourself, you're very much able to. Just head on over to Fire Emblem Universe. I'm not perfectly sure if there will be a link to this game in the description, but if there is, feel free to check. Many people worked on this hack, and it's very apparent. There's been a lot that's gone into it. Very impressed by the sprite work. Of course, the map design is on point, like as to be expected of some of these, like some of the people in this list. I know for sure have really good like map design sense. It really just makes perfect sense. This particular chapter was built by Epicer, and that makes sense. I guess that's about all we have to say though for this particular game. There's plenty more to come this Fire Emblem E3, so make sure to stay tuned in to Fire Emblem Universe, that is. And I guess until next time, see you later.